interview with my grandmother. Where were you born?
In Petoskey, Michigan.
Was it always snowing there?
Not really, but a good deal of the time. We got a lot of snow in the winter.
Did you live in a neighborhood or like across the, like on a street or anything like that?
We lived mostly on a farm.
Okay. Did you have any siblings?
10.
Okay. Can you name all of them?
Yes. There's Irvin and Hank, Mary, Chuck, Joe, John, Dorothy, Phyllis, Virginia, and Chris.
Were they well behaved?
Most of the time.
What was your earliest memory?
What was my earliest memory? When my sister came home from the hospital. I was 5 years old, and she was my first sister, Mary.
How many, do you have any like siblings older than you?
One, Irv.
What was your, how was your school different from mine?
How was my school different? Well, because we started out where you go to an elementary school. We started out, all 6 grades were in one school, in one classroom. We had one teacher for kindergarten, 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and 5th, and 6th grade.
Wow.
And our teacher cooked all of our, she was our lunch lady, she was our teacher. There was no school aides. There was just one teacher.
Wow. What was your favorite subject in school?
What was my favorite subject in school? English, history, geography. I liked all of those subjects except for algebra.
Why didn't you like algebra?
Because, well, algebra was okay. Geometry was worse because it was hard for me to figure out what it meant. I know now, but then it was kind of like, why do I need to know that?
What did you play at recess?
We would play Red Rover, and we would play tag. We played Moonlight Starlight, which is really a nighttime game, but sometimes we would play it in the daytime. And let's see, just all kind, mostly just group games.
Who were your best friends?
In school, my best friend was Ruthie Carter.
Why did you like her?
Because we both had big families and we both liked doing the same things and we just got along real well.
Did you play any musical instruments?
A saxophone.
Were you good at it?
No.
What did you want to be when you grow up?
What I am, I wanted to be a mom and a grandma.
What was your career?
Being a mom.
How did you meet your husband?
I was friends with his brother, and his brother introduced us.
Was it love at first sight?
No, not really. That's kind of like, doesn't happen very often. You have to be friends first.
Did you make good grades in school?
Mm-hmm.
Was there A's and B's, or was it just like straight A's?
Well, it's mostly A's and B's. Occasionally a C, but not very often.
What do you do to have fun?
What do I do now to have fun? Come and see you.
Did you ever meet anyone famous?
Yes, I met Jacqueline Kennedy.
Where?
At my job. I used to work in the designing room in a sewing factory, and she was a friend to our head designer, and she came to have the designer design some things for Carolyn Kennedy, which was her daughter, and I met her then.
What is your favorite movie?
My favorite movie was E.T.
Why did you like that movie?
I don't know, just because it was kind of different at that time.
Is there any like type of movie you like the best?
I like comedies.
If there's only one one thing a person could remember about you, what would it be?
That I loved my children and my grandchildren, and I was a good person.
Thank you for having this interview with me.
You're welcome.